My name is Aaron Smith-Levin, and I was a Scientologist for about 29 years.
My name is Claire Headley, and I was a Scientologist for 30 years.
My name is Mark Headley, and I was a Scientologist for 25 years.
My name is Mike Rinda. I was a Scientologist for 46 years.
What's the Church of Scientology so afraid of?
This is SPTV.
Welcome back to SPTV for some updated coverage on the Danny Masterson trial. This is actually really important and timely information to get out because by the end of today, in the next few hours, we're expected to have the final seated jury in the Masterson trial. And yet I'm looking through the pool reporter notes from yesterday, and it does appear that one of the potential jurors in this case actually works for Scientology. And I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about in hopes that someone in the courtroom becomes aware of this and challenges this juror. These are the notes from yesterday afternoon. Juror number 152, a man. You know, this is not like a full transcript. These are just rough notes. What part of town, presumably, do you live in or work in? Miracle Mile. Now, Miracle Mile is a section of Hollywood. I believe it's Wilshire Boulevard between. I looked at anyway. It's about a 10-minute drive from some of Scientology's main properties in Hollywood. Miracle Mile. Business, consumer electronics. Can you judge a police officer fairly? Yes. Here, let me highlight this. It's a little easier to see, you guys. Can you judge a police officer fairly? Yes. Heard a little bit about both Scientology and this case. One of my business clients is the publisher for L. Ron Hubbard. Any other exposure to Scientology? I presume he says no. They go, can you be fair? Yes. Have you studied any of the works of Scientology? I have not. Now, here's where this, here's the significance here that makes this very important. When it says, I'll switch views here. Hold on. When it says, one of my business clients is the publisher for L. Ron Hubbard. There are only two entities that publish works for L. Ron Hubbard. One of them is, well, maybe three. Bridge Publications in Los Angeles is an organization. It's a Scientology organization. It's run and staffed by members of the C organization. It publishes L. Ron Hubbard's works that are Scientology related. There's another publishing entity called Galaxy Press, which is sort of an offshoot of Author Services International. Kind of. People who know what I'm talking about know what I mean. Galaxy Press was spun off to specifically publish L. Ron Hubbard's fiction works. And this was so that there wasn't a conflict between Bridge Publications is supposed to be a nonprofit organization, but L. Ron Hubbard's fictional works are not religious. They're not nonprofit works. So they had to split up Bridge and Galaxy so that you had the fiction works published separately from the nonfiction works. Someone who, so when he says one of my clients is the publisher for L. Ron Hubbard, one of my clients is the publisher for L. Ron Hubbard, that is the same thing as saying one of my clients is the Church of Scientology. And I am suspecting this might have gotten missed because I looked through all of the other notes that have come out since this point, including the ones that have two sets of notes that have been published this morning, to see if Juror 152 has been dismissed yet. And I don't see any evidence that Juror 152 has been dismissed. And like I said, we're only hours away from having a seated jury. And all it takes is one member of the jury to be in Scientology's pocket or to be able to be influenced by Scientology. And the Jane Does in this case have absolutely no shot of justice. There is no way that a guy who is paid by Scientology, because that's what that means. One of my business clients is the Church of Scientology. That means I am paid by Scientology. There's no way that someone who's paid by Scientology isn't going to be influenced by Scientology, isn't going to get a visit from a guy who works for a PI, who works for a lawyer, who works for Scientology. There's just zero chance. So I believe court is on recess right now for lunch. I just wanted to get this video live and get it published. So Something tells me that someone will see it, and it would be very nice if juror 152 could be dismissed. Yeah, pretty wild to just happen to see that. Kind of a big deal. All right, everybody, that's all I got. Short and sweet was the goal here, and that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned for more, guys. Stay tuned for much more to come. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click right inside here. If you have subscribed or not, subscribe right here. Bye.